I get off the train at Hackney Central to buy some blank cassettes and walk down the stairs to Mare Street just up from the Empire. It was a pretty hot day. Hot for London, I mean. Not exactly frying eggs on rocks weather, but still, too hot for some folk. This really means that the women were wearing less and looking better, and men were standing outside pubs with the drinks and chatting, all friendly like. If this is what happens when it stops raining for 10 minutes at the weekend, you can see why English people go batshit mental on holiday in properly hot countries. But Hackney is an awful mess, smeared with shit, spattered with graffiti and strewn with despair and anguish and pound shops. The worst thing is, the Germans didn't bomb it flat enough. The only way to improve it would be with an epidemic, a firestorm and a very long nuclear winter. Then he'd have to spray it with something. Let's not beat around the old bull and bush. It's the end of the line unless you fancy your chances amongst the cannibals and animals in Stratford. After that, it's the long walk along the Road of Bones into the land of Essex, if you believe in an afterlife. It's the theory of the East. Things just get worse the further east you go. West London was rich, clean and safe. East London was poor, dirty and lethal in small doses. But the theory explains more than that. Jet lag and driving, for example. In the UK, people drive okay, really, and make jokes about the French or the Italians. But get to say Turkey, and you come across the combination of the ideas of kismet and going for a spin. Turks believe that if you're going to die in a car crash, well, you're going to die in a car crash. And driving carefully won't save you. In the Far East, the rule of the road is that the biggest vehicle gets to drive in the shade. So you get trucks swerving down the road from shadow to shadow as the trees by the side of the road alternate. If you go all the way round, you get back to the Americas, and in Costa Rica, I've been told, they drive to win. The theory of the East also explains why people hate each other, if you need an explanation. If you look at a map and pick a country, they usually hate the people east of them. Ireland, England. England, France. Germany, Poland. Poland, Russia. Greece, Turkey. This breaks down when there's nobody to the east for you to hate, but then everyone makes up for this by hating you instead, like the USA. I walk up Mare Street to the bottom of Amherst Road. I have a friend who lives on Amherst Road. She told me she looked out of a window one evening and saw a guy killing another guy with an axe in the street. I generally pop round in daylight after that. I cross the road and go on up Mare Street, where it gets narrower and the shops cluster for safety. There's rubbish swirling in clumps in the gutter. People walking in the street because there's only buses allowed up there. The people are not attractive unless you like scowling retards dressed like they all lost the same bet. It's the year of the shell suit. Either that or the whole city is one big fancy dress party and everyone's come as Daley Thompson. I can't understand why people all choose to wear the same clothes as each other, and sports clothes at that. Man was born free, but everywhere he is in Hanes. It's bright in the sun and the colours from the shop signs clash and compete. Products clamour for passing trade. Things flutter like a coquette's eyelashes. I reach the top where the street meets Dalston Lane, just by Clapton Square. Turn right, walk past the wishing well, wishing I never go in there and get killed. Buses go by, moving slabs of red, rubbish twisting in their acrid slipstreams. People weave in and out of each other. It's hot. The buildings reflect the unfamiliar sun. There's a dead person lying on the corner, keeled over in the heat. The back of his head is on the curb, but his back is arched and his shoulders aren't touching the pavement. Some people standing by looking left and right, holding their suddenly useless shopping. I walk by, figure they've called 999 already. The cassette shop is just up the block. I go in. I'm waiting for my C90s when an ambulance shrieks by outside, doesn't stop. Wrong ambulance. Wrong dead guy.